Hello and welcome to Road Trip. I'm Shannon Lanier. For the next few minutes, we're going to take you on some adventures that are just a short drive away. So get comfortable, relax, and let's go exploring. You know, fall is in full swing, and while Halloween might be behind us, the celebration of the season is far from over. This Hudson Valley harvest staple is a magical event that brings the beauty of autumn to life. News 12 photojournalist Scott Cohen takes us on this amazing seasonal celebration.
We are at the Great Jack-o'-lantern Blaze at Van Cortlandt Manor in Croton-on-Hudson. We've got more than 7,000 hand-carved illuminated jack-o'-lanterns lit up throughout this awesome historic estate. It's an incredible display. It's not just single pumpkins on the ground. These are really elaborate constructions. We are carving and recarving throughout the run of the event. We kick off in the middle of September and we actually go all the way until the weekend before Thanksgiving. We add new stuff every year. We have this awesome kraken, which is this creature that maritime people back in the day thought was something that would attack ships. It's like a huge sort of octopus sea monster type creature. So the experience takes about 45 minutes. You're going on a trail about a half mile. You're wandering through, seeing all the installations, having this great immersive experience. There's synchronized music and lighting that goes with everything. There's a really cool gift shop. There's a courtyard that's got food and drink available. Great place to hang out. There's the opportunity to have a pumpkin beer, have some cider, have pumpkin donuts, things like that. So it's kind of a fun, festive atmosphere. It's almost like this theme park of pumpkins. It's really wild. Another really exciting thing we've offered for visitors this year is the Gordon Goblet Tavern. This is a special speakeasy type experience. You get food and drink. It's like this destination experience. It's on the bucket list for a lot of people. We get people from all 50 states who come here. We've had over 2 million visitors in our 20 years that we've been doing this. Kids really appreciate it. Adults with friends coming out on a date, they also appreciate it. It really does work on a variety of levels, and that's pretty rare. And that's why it's this real seasonal attraction that people come back to year after year and make a weekend out of it. You really have to experience it to really see how amazing it is up close and personal. The artistry that's on display, the creativity, really quite something. Come bring your friends and family and make some memories.
Wow, those jack-o'-lanterns sure are creative. Well, this isn't your ordinary road trip. This is a journey through art and adventure. Meet James Prosek, a visionary who has turned his love of nature into breathtaking works of art. With every stroke of the brush, he captures the spirit of exploration into a timeless piece of art.
Fishing gives you a way to access a piece of that mystery beneath the surface. I grew up 2 houses down the road.
Artist, writer, and naturalist James Prosek of Easton fell in love with nature as a little boy.
A friend of mine growing up in town introduced me to fishing, and I sort of fell in love with the world of water. So I thought at 9 years old, I'll try to make a book on the trout in North America, and that became kind of my project.
It came together in his nationally recognized book featuring 70 of his watercolors in Trout and Illustrated History. At age 19, the New York Times called him the Audubon of the fishing world.
And for some reason at that stage in my life, it just became everything to me.
That became a journey that took James across the globe, documenting his travels in his art, coming together in more than a dozen books, including Trout of the World and Grasslands, with his studies of the threatened American prairie. He made ocean-going trips like this one, photographing a great white off the coast of Cape Cod, that led to his larger-than-life exhibit and book, Ocean Fishes.
But do you get yourself in kind of like a, I don't know, I would maybe meditative state is overstating it, but
I think meditative is on target. I mean, if meditation is partly about being present, then I think that's it wasn't like, I didn't know that's what it was when I was a kid, but that's when I was fishing, I was like totally in it. The way my love manifests is by drawing and making things to sort of try to express the beauty and diversity of the things in nature, so that maybe people raise awareness so we could protect them.
By the way, his work is currently on exhibit at the Smithsonian. Well, just a short drive from New York City, you'll find the perfect suburban escape. With a charming downtown, scenic waterfront views, and plenty of parks and dining, this village is the perfect spot for a day trip or weekend getaway. Come along with me to Babylon. If you're looking for a scenic and historic place that you can take the LIRR to, try Babylon. Yes, it's named after that ancient city, but this place is alive and well with people shopping, dining, and exploring. Many people also come here to see Broadway-style shows at the Argyle Theater. Here they've seen performances like Mary Poppins, A Bronx Tale, and Beauty and the Beast. Before or after the show, you can grab a bite to eat at a variety of great restaurants, but a fan favorite is Swell Taco. It's delicious, affordable, and it doesn't have to be Tuesday. If you prefer to make your own food, come to Babylon Mercantile, where you can learn to cook from the pros. Right now?
Yes, and then make sure you go straight. And then you want to take the bottom.
After you're done cooking, visit the Chef's Marketplace, where you can pick up your essentials. When it's time to take a load off, come to Best Tea with your best tea, where they have artisanal tea, Swedish candy, and they even have crafting classes here. After all that food and fun, you may need a place to just chill out or take a walk, and Argyle Lake Park is the perfect place for that. For the cost of $3.99, you can walk or bike around the 25-acre pond, and it's also the perfect place to take photos. By the way, that park, free, 99, F-R-E-E, my favorite word. All right, well, it's time to look down the road at some adventures on the horizon. So buckle up, we're going on a road trip roundup. Get ready to lace up your skates because the Winter Village at Bryant Park is officially open for the season. Glide around their iconic ice rink. It's free admission, so bring your family and friends and make some memories. When you're done, warm up at the Lodge, a buzzing food hall that's perfect for recharging with some holiday cheer. That's just the beginning. With over 170 small holiday shops and their open-air market, it's a Christmas shopping paradise where you'll find gourmet treats, unique artisan gifts, and so much more. Oh, and don't miss out on the Curling Cafe. Yes, you can try your hand at iceless curling. It's all the holiday fun you can want in one magical place. Two New York City icons are teaming up. Oh yeah. The Macy's Day Parade and the Bronx Zoo, in honor of the zoo's 125th anniversary. They will debut a new float in the annual Macy's Day Parade. The float's theme is Wondrous World of Wildlife, celebrating the zoo's beloved animals. The 98th Macy's Day Parade marches down 6th Avenue on Thanksgiving Day. Are you ready to elevate your wine game? Well, pack your curiosity and head to the Hamptons because the Wednesday Wine Day workshops are back at the iconic Nick and Tony's. Every week, indulge in a world-class wine education experience. For just $35 in advance, you get a tasting flight tailored to a fresh theme each week. Whether you're a rookie or seasoned sommelier, these seminars are for everyone. You'll also nosh on some small plates while toasting each other, but space is limited, so reservations are suggested. Can you believe it? I'm already marking the calendar for Christmas events. And nothing says holiday cheer like the Bonac Festival of Lights, now in its 4th year. This family-friendly display of the East End is brighter than ever. With over 70 themed light displays, it is sure to get you in the holiday spirit. The festival runs every Friday and Saturday night starting November 29th. Welcome back to Road Trip. I'm Shannon Lanier. Looking to unleash your inner artist? Well, this is your sign to take a road trip with Amanda Lee to a DIYer's dream studio.
You could buy one of these beautiful wood pieces in the store, or you could make it yourself. We're here at Board and Brush Creative Studio in South Brunswick.
We are instructor-led DIY studio. We work with wood and you get to pick a project, and then when you come in, everything is set for you. You come in, spend 2 hours or 3 hours depending on the kind of project you chose. When you leave with a finished project. You're coming in with just a piece of wood. Everything that you're putting in is your energy, your creativity, your character. And when you're finishing, I can put like 6 pieces here with 6 different people with the same stencil. I bet on it, every project at the end of the finish, it will reflect that person who made it.
So today we're going to make this Halloween sign. And so what we do at Board and Brush is we like to distress the wood, de-stress yourself.
Okay.
So the next step you're gonna do is you're gonna sand your board. The next thing we're gonna do is we're going to stain, right? So you're gonna change the color of the board. And now the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to lay the stencil. Keep just a couple fingers there and a flat hand here, and you just peel. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to paint. And at Board and Brush, we don't brush, we actually dab.
Okay.
So instead of going like this, we go up and down.
All right, this is the finished product. I'm really excited to hang this up. You can make one yourself. Board and Brush has locations all across New Jersey.
Okay, Amanda, I see you have some DIY skills there. Well, historic landmarks often hold a special place in our communities, and one Art Deco gem has been given a new lease on life. Once protected for its architectural beauty, this stunning building, complete with original murals and intricate designs, has been transformed into something that serves the community. Our Marissa Santorelli has more.
This isn't your average grocery store.
Very unique building it is.
Beyond the vibrant aisles of produce lie decades of history.
As soon as we opened, it came to life, and it shows the potential that it had. It was like a very diamond that we just uncovered.
What once existed as Fordham's first dollar savings bank now serves the Bronx in a very different way.
We looked for the history, and it was so significant that it had to be saved, like there was no other way.
Efren Castro manages the Fine Fair Market on the Grand Concourse. He takes us on a tour of the abandoned landmark transformed into a community staple.
The building was completely restored in the last 3 years, and now we're able to enjoy the architectural work and the beauty that it was done about 80 years ago.
Built in 1932, the bank jump-started development in the Bronx.
It was the only way in the 19th century for people to save their money.
Decades after its inception, the building is now restored to mint condition.
Here you'll see the lamps. These are the lamps that all the tellers used to be underneath. All the windows are made out of brass. You don't see that anymore.
From the marble floors to the 40-foot tile ceilings, the structure remains as it did in the 1930s.
These are the original floors. It took us about 3 months to polish it down and get it back to original look.
But it doesn't stop there.
Something very unique about this building is the painting.
Covering the walls are hand-painted murals.
In 1932 by a famous artist who painted them and shows the beginning of the Bronx.
It basically shows the Bronx history, how Bronx developed from being a farmland, and then how the development took place around this area. And what happened, like how it was developed.
They even have a seating area where you can enjoy some food while admiring the historic paintings, or you can even look out through those beautiful glass windows.
Our main goal was to make sure we preserve the historical value of the building as much as possible.
And in the back of the market,
I want to show you something really special.
hang pieces of nostalgia.
These are original pictures from when the bank was live. That shows how the neighborhood, how it was back in the days.
Who knew such a historic landmark could be transformed into something so practical?
This is with minimum damage to the structure existing and the architecture, like all the elements that you see. Supermarket is like a perfect idea for this such like project.
Contractors say the restoration wasn't easy.
It was a lot of work to make it like this. Even with today's technology, sometimes it's close to impossible to match and restore it exactly the same way it was.
But they say preserving this piece of history was well worth it. On the Grand Concourse, Marissa Santarelli, News 12, The Bronx.
The magic of Disney takes center stage at the Museum of Broadway. Step into an enchanting world in this exclusive new exhibit celebrating 3 decades of unforgettable performances. From Mary Poppins to Elsa, Genie to Simba, you'll see the costumes that brought these beloved characters to life. Whether you're a Broadway fan, a Disney lover, or just looking to add a little extra magic to your holidays, you won't want to miss this. Perched high above New York's iconic High Line, a massive new addition is turning heads.
As we know, pigeons are a very iconic figure of New York City. I thought it was interesting to make a tribute and to pay a honor to this marginal figure and make it as big as I could.
Meet the 16-foot hand-painted aluminum pigeon sculpture named Dinosaur.
Hyper-realistic sculpture of a street pigeon that actually has the size of a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
The art installation is a playful nod to New York's unofficial pet.
There is a relationship with nature, with wildlife. Also, somehow there is a question about marginality. Somehow it's like a dissident monument or an anti-hero monument.
Dinosaur will be nesting in his spot for 18 months. Welcome back, road trippers. Looking for a charming escape? Winstead, Connecticut is nestled in the foothills of the Berkshires, and it feels like it's straight out of a Hallmark movie. Photojournalist Lori Goliath takes us to this cozy corner of Connecticut.
I always think of us as like the hidden gem of the northwest corner.
Winchester is the town and Winstead is the city within the town.
So it's really the town of Winchester, but you are standing in Winstead right now. It is a walkable village. If you came with your family, you could bring your children to R&B Sporting World that has batting cages, go-karts, mini golf. We also have duckpin bowling at Laurel Lanes, which is really great. Date night on a Saturday night, you could do the Gilson Theater, which is one of the last remaining movie houses that serves dinner and drinks.
Little Red Barn Brewery. Main Street's got lots of antique shops and many places of fine restaurants to get a good meal.
We have award-winning Vietnamese, several Italian places, including Mario's, which is always a hot spot in town. We have the Railway Cafe. We have great breakfast spots, an independent bookstore if you wanted to do a little bit of shopping. Welcome to the American Museum of Tort Law, the only one in the world. This is Ralph Nader's jewel. He was born and raised here in Winstead, Connecticut. Everybody kind of walks away with a similar reaction. They've learned something new, and I think you feel a little bit empowered by that information.
We are on the second floor of the Soldiers Monument, and it is dedicated as a Civil War memorial to the men who signed up to fight in the Civil War, which is unique because most memorials are dedicated to those who passed away during war. It is the second largest Civil War memorial in Connecticut. When you come up that driveway outside, it's just magic. It's very moving, especially that bronze figure on the roof.
We're home of the American Mural Project, which is the largest indoor collaborative artwork in the entire United States. We have Highland Lake, which is one of our gorgeous natural resources. There's several hiking trails. I think it's a little bit like stepping back in time.
There's a lot to see here.
It's simply beautiful.
Thanks for coming along on this week's road trip. Make sure you come back next week for more stops around the region. And do you have a road trip that you would like us to take? Well, please send us your suggestions and keep those photos coming. We love showing them and sharing them with you. Until next time, safe travels.